Let's cut the noise. You're not stuck because you're lazy. You're stuck because you're still playing by rules you didn't write, waiting to be picked, waiting to be validated. Meanwhile, louder, dumber people are passing you, not because they're better, but because they know something you don't. Life doesn't reward effort. It rewards leverage and the courage to stop asking for permission. You think you're falling behind, and you are, but not for the reasons you believe. Because right now, someone with less talent is outworking you. Someone with less skill is out-earning you. And someone with less fear is building the life you keep fantasizing about. This video won't motivate you. It's here to reprogram you. 15 truths. Unfiltered, uncomfortable. The kind of truths that make weak people scroll and strong people dangerous. Let's begin. Truth 1. You don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate. Kill the fairy tale. You don't magically get what you're worth. You get what you're willing to fight for. That's why someone less qualified makes more than you. Why someone with less experience is leading the project you wanted. And why the quiet, hardworking guy always gets passed up. Not because he's not talented, but because he never asks. The world isn't fair. It's responsive. Responsive to those who negotiate with confidence. Think about it. How many times have you accepted less just to avoid conflict? Meanwhile, someone else demanded more and got it. If you're not negotiating, you're being negotiated against. Truth 2. The world doesn't reward potential, only proof. This one stings. You could be the smartest, most creative, hardest worker in the room, but without proof, nobody cares. The world doesn't reward maybe. It rewards momentum. You don't get hired because of your potential. You get hired because someone saw you execute. You don't grow a brand because you could make great content. You grow it because you hit post again and again, even when it sucked. Potential feels good, but it's a trap. It gives your brain an excuse to stall. Stop collecting compliments. Start collecting evidence. Truth 3. People trust confidence more than competence. We live in the age of perception, not truth. That's why someone with half your skill set is leading the meeting. Why the loud guy with wrong answers still gets the mic. Confidence isn't a soft skill. It's survival. Confidence doesn't even have to be real. Fake confidence works because people mirror your belief in yourself. Walk into a room like you belong, and most won't question it. Stay small, quiet, apologetic. They'll assume you're not worth listening to. The world doesn't always reward the most talented. It rewards the one who shows up like they already won. Truth 4. You don't need to be liked, only respected. If you were raised to be a people pleaser, this hurts. You don't need most people to like you. You just need them to know you're not someone to mess with. Being liked is comfortable. Being respected is power. Chasing approval makes you look weak, needy, fake. Respect comes from boundaries, honesty, integrity, even when it costs you. Stop fearing being misunderstood. Start being the person whose silence feels intentional, not insecure. The second people realize you don't need their approval, they treat you differently. Truth 5. Most talent is consistency in disguise. That person blowing up, they're not always better. They just keep going when others quit. Success isn't always about being gifted. It's about showing up more. Most people don't fail because they suck. They fail because they stop. 3 posts, no results, and ghost. 1 routine, 1 slip, and they spiral. Consistency looks like talent from a distance, but it's just discipline plus time. If you want to be dangerous, be the one who doesn't flinch when success gets boring. Truth 6. Rock bottom isn't the end, it's the beginning. Everyone fears rock bottom. But here's the twist. Rock bottom is leverage. Once you've lost what you feared losing, you're free. No expectations to manage, no image to protect, no pretending everything's fine. That pain brings clarity. Most powerful rebuilds in history started here, not out of inspiration, but out of urgency. If you're at rock bottom, good. That means you've got nothing left to lose, and that makes you dangerous. Truth 7. You're not behind, but you will be. Scrolling feels like progress. YouTube tutorials, podcasts, reels, but input isn't output. Most don't lose because they're slow, they lose because they never start. The people you admire, they're not better, they're just earlier. They pressed upload while you were still consuming. Tomorrow, you'll tell yourself, I'll start. But if you scroll again, yes, this time you're falling behind. Truth 8. Clarity is a weapon. Most people live in a fog.
I kind of want success. I sort of want to grow. That vague energy kills momentum. If you don't know exactly what you want, you don't know what to refuse, and every yes to random distractions bleeds traction. Clarity cuts the noise. I want this by this date. Nothing else matters in the meantime. Ambiguity keeps people average. Clarity makes people dangerous.
Truth 9. If you're not obsessed, someone who is will outwork you. You want balance? Cool. Just know someone else wants your dream, and they're willing to bleed for it. Obsession is uncomfortable, but obsession wins. You can't casually chase success and beat someone who treats it like oxygen. You don't have to match their talent, but at least match their hunger, or accept being replaced by someone hungrier. Truth number 10. Most people secretly want permission to quit. It's dark, but it's true. Most don't want success. They want a valid excuse to stop trying. They hide behind sarcasm, burnout, I'm just not that into it anymore. But really, they're waiting for permission to lay down the dream. Here's your edge. Don't quit quietly. Stand back up, even when embarrassed, even when tired. You don't have to be better. You just have to outlast the quitters. Truth 11. Your attention is worth more than your degree. Your most valuable asset isn't your title, education, or credentials. It's your focus. Attention builds skills. Attention builds audience. Attention is the new currency. But most people give it away to apps, drama, and people they don't even like. You don't have a motivation problem. You have an attention problem. Control that, and degrees won't matter. Truth 12. If you're always available, you're not valuable. Urgency creates value. Scarcity creates demand. If everyone has access to your time isn't worth much. Reply instantly. Always say yes, always available. You're training people to treat you like background noise. The most respected people, they're selective, intentional, strategic. If you want your time valued, make access earned, not assumed. Truth 13. Suffer 6 months. Separate 6 years. Most can't stomach short-term pain. That's why they live in long-term disappointment. 6 months of discipline, of showing up when bored, uncomfortable, or lonely, can put you years ahead. Success isn't about going harder. It's about going longer than most can endure. Anyone can sprint. You can bleed strategically. Truth 14. You don't win by being liked. You win by being useful. Being liked gets you followers. Being useful gets you freedom. You don't need to be the smartest, funniest, or most charismatic. You just need to solve real problems, deliver results, be useful. If you're useful enough, people will tolerate your flaws. If you're just likable, they'll forget you in 5 minutes. Truth 15. Power doesn't come from knowing. It comes from applying. Knowledge is everywhere. Books, podcasts, courses, videos, but most confuse knowing with growing. They binge, they overanalyze, they stall. Meanwhile, someone else executes the same lesson instantly and gets ahead. The edge isn't knowing more, it's moving first, acting faster. Knowledge is cheap. Speed is priceless. Thanks for staying with me until the end. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next ones. And here's the good news. In my next video, I'll share an amazing Japanese study technique that can really change the way you learn, so don't miss it.